Ever since Morné Foale moved to the coast, the glint of the ocean has inspired her interiors. Just how much work was required on the makeover of this beach bungalow was something she only realized once they opened up the walls and looked at the foundations. But she immediately saw the potential.
My name is Morné Foale. I'm an interior decorator. I do interior decorating, but I also do a bit of light construction work as well. Case in point, this project, we got the house, it was in a very bad state, and myself and a group of incredible carpenters built the house almost from scratch to as it stands today. Well, we've definitely gone with natural materials such as the wood. In fact, the whole structure, we used a lot of really beautiful belau, which I think became the cornerstone of this house in terms of the natural wood scheme. Even the decking outside, everything. And if you go outside, you'll see there's a lot of natural rock, a lot of natural stone, and a lot of natural wood. So just bringing nature into this house was the #1 rule. I come from a very creative family. When I was growing up, my mother was an interior decorator. Being raised by an interior decorator was a very good thing. It taught me to read spaces, be brave, use my creativity on so many different levels. And just being part of a creative family has always just made me believe that I can do whatever I want to do. I'm constantly looking for local art, and I found this amazing piece in Kommetjie at one of the open art days. Every fish is handcrafted individually, and from the moment I saw it, I just knew that my client would absolutely love it. This is a fairly unusual kitchen. It's almost like a small galley kitchen because it is a small beach house. And then we've brought this oversized island into the house. The owner travels to Italy regularly and loves the Italian aesthetic, hence the stripes on the counter. It is a tiled counter. A lot of people would doubt its practicality, but you know what? It is very practical. It looks great. It's easy to clean. This massive oversized counter really is the heart of this home. I think it's very important to not shy away from using things that set your heart on fire. Something like this tap is a bit over the top, a bit quirky, but it really sets the heart on fire. It's unusual, and I think it works beautifully in the space. This area was more of an entrance and a bit of a stoop. So what we created here was a glass box essentially, framing the entire seafront. I have used quite large couches here as well. Even though it's a small space, you really want to be comfortable. You really want to lie back and feel like you're on holiday, and just really super, super relaxing. In terms of the decor, we've kept it very simple. So everything has been put here that has a kind of a theme that relates to the sea, but we've just kept it super simple, possibly because the floors are so busy as well. You can't layer and layer and layer and have too much busyness going on in this beautiful space.
Most of the furniture and decor is proudly locally sourced and manufactured. Where imported pieces have been used, it's to brilliant effect.
This is the main bedroom. We've used a large, oversized 4-poster bed in what is essentially not a very large space, but the clients really wanted comfort. I've used this amazing throw from Greece on the bed, pure cotton from Greece. It is very, very beautiful. The client has a very eccentric palette, so he purchased this art in the UK. He absolutely loves it. It's handcrafted, it's very beautiful, and it has a bit of a beachy theme which ties in with the rest of the space. We have the nautical light fittings on either side of the bed. We have the shell mirror. We've got a beautiful wooden fan, and we've got this beautiful door handle of a mermaid on either side of the bathroom door. So this is the main bedroom ensuite. We've had a slight change of theme here. We've gone a little bit of industrial, a little bit of nautical. We've taken some natural sand as well as shells from the beach. We've crushed them and we have plastered the walls. We've also collected a lot of shells from the local beach, which we have attached to the wall. Some of the pieces that you see here we've had to purchase, but I'd say 99% of what is on this wall was actually collected from the local beach. As you come out of the bathroom, you've got this amazing outdoor space. You can either have a little shower or you can have a long, relaxing bath in this beautifully made local stone bath after a nice cold Atlantic swim. Why not? So this here is the outside seating area. Great spot to relax after a sunset swim. The owner is fascinated by the shell art from a local artist. Her name is Lucy de Moyencourt. She has an incredible talent and she makes these beautiful ceramic pieces to order. And so we have actually mounted those on the wooden wall, and believe it or not, throughout this winter they have stayed put. They are meant to be there. They love being on that wall, and I think they fit the theme really well. It's a very cozy space just to kick back and relax, and at the same time look up at that incredible mountain view. So this space once was the kitchen, and we have transformed this into the children's bedroom, which I think actually looks like a little galleyway on a boat. It's a small space, but it works perfectly for young children. The original walls were plasterboard, and we decided to clad them with wood to give them a more natural texture. We obviously painted the walls, and I think as they sit now, they look really, really lovely. I love doing people's homes for them. It's a very personal experience. But what I really enjoy is doing retail spaces as well as restaurants and commercial spaces. I think there's a lot less emotion involved, and I can definitely put my stamp on those spaces in a more personal way.
Growing up with her mother's expertise, Morné has an instinctive feel for what works in a bistro or boutique, and she shared some of her insights.
When designing for a retail space, you have to consider there's a lot of stock. There's often a lot of color, there's a lot of different designs and styles. You definitely don't want to clash with that. You want to be able to complement that, but remembering that those styles change all the time. So you need to have a neutral enough space to accommodate those styles, but at the same time, you want to do something trendy and fresh to also make sure that the space looks different to any other space. I find retail more exciting. I can be more expressive, and I think with everything that's out in the market at the moment, there's a lot of inspiration out there. And as South Africans, we are getting so good at our retail spaces and making them look incredible, and I really enjoy the challenge.
And the way she hits refresh each morning is with a cold water swim in the Atlantic Ocean.
Myself and this group of women started these swims about 4 years ago. Truthfully, getting up really early in the morning, whether it's winter or summer, just shows you that you're actually capable of doing anything you want to do. Sometimes we get up, it's dark, it's raining, it's hailing, but the fact that we get up, we show up for each other, we get in that cold water, it makes everything possible. When life is hard, when work is hard, when there's a lot of stress in your life, you actually feel that if you can do this, you can do anything. It really takes the edge off your day. It just makes you capable of coping with anything that comes your way. Seeing the sunrise, feeling that sun on your body, you look at the world through different eyes. You suddenly realize what a beautiful place we live in, and you appreciate your natural environment, you appreciate the country you live in, you appreciate the beauty around you, and that really inspires me in my daily work.
Rediscovering the sparkle in life each morning, Morné Foale returns to share it with the rest of us.